Welcome back, Pilots as usual. I already done lost track of the goddamn episode count. What is this, 54?
50 something, yeah.
54. Why I record last week?
Because like 15 minutes before you was like, "Hey, I ain't gonna be able to record this week." I was like,
it's two other hosts.
But that wasn't enough time to coordinate. Like if I would have had time to coordinate, I would have done so.
What are you talking? You, my brother's in the group chat. He has Joe's number. We don't ever coordinate.
Oh no, man! It just.
I leave my house for one Friday, literally one Friday in the last year and a half with this pandemic, and shit just falls apart.
Okay, giving yourself too much credit off of that. All right.
Anyways, welcome back to Politics Usual. I am here, Roddy is here, Fee is here, Joey P is here, and we are joined by Chuck. How is everybody doing?
Doing all right.
Doing great, man.
Terrible. Absolutely horrible, man.
We just gonna jump right into it, Chuck. Why you feeling horrible, man?
I found a replacement for the Joe Budden podcast, man. I was listening to that Lupe and Royce. It's over with now. It's done. It's game over. We ain't got to jump right into that though.
Might as well.
We can.
Hey, before we get to that, it just came across my phone that a Texas lawmaker is trying to pass a bill. Oh wait.
This
I'm gonna call you back.
The suspense was when he was in the house.
I know, right?
My bad, bro. Somebody called me. They're passing a bill that nixes any team from leaving a conference without the state's approval. So they're trying to stop the Texas from moving the SEC, bro.
Hashtag Criterion Ron and the leification of Chuck in the house.
Joe Code edited already. Edited early. I see. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we could talk about Texas to the SEC later. But yeah, man, really, Chuck.
What?
You changing the name to Rocket Launcher?
Oh, Rocket Launcher. I wanted to stay on topic. The last name I had doesn't quite apply to this.
No, it applies because it's his fault. Anyway, we talked about a month ago about Lupe and Royce and Ransom for some unknown reason and Mickey Fax and some nigga named RJ Payne and all this shit about who was the better rapper. And it is now fully escalated into rap beef. Rap beef, nigga. We had diss records exchanged between Royce the 5'9" and Lupe Fiasco. And Mickey Fax was instigating and Royce's brother was talking shit for some reason. I don't know why Royce's brother thinks he has any reason to talk to anybody because no one knows who Royce's brother is.
I'd rather hear from Kid Vicious personally.
That's nasty, man. No.
Yeah, Kid Vicious should not be telling Lupe that he can't rap better than him. No one knows who Kid Vicious is, other than the fact that he's Royce's little brother and hype man. Like you shouldn't be talking to anybody. Like, and you spell your name Vishis, and you like 40. Like
you got a lisp, nigga.
What is that? Like you spelling names like we used to on this rap battle site way back in the day called Street Verbals. That's how niggas was spelling their names in like 2003. This is 2021. Why are you calling yourself Kid Vicious and you almost 40, nigga? Let's sit your ass down somewhere. This shit is ridiculous. Anyway,
when you said Royce's brother, I didn't realize that you meant Kid Vicious was the person that was talking noise.
Yeah, I don't know why he was talking. Like, why is he speaking?
That's crazy.
My sister texting me.
But I guess to fast forward to the situation now, because we did talk about the thing before. This was instigated not specifically by Mickey Fax, but by Loaded Lux and Murder Mook. And I don't know how y'all found out about it, but I came into it all the way backwards. I woke up and I saw diss tracks from Lupe and Royce. I was excited. I was like, they finally rapping. They've been talking about rapping, so we're going to get some raps. But I saw the social media chatter on it, and it seemed like it was a little bit different than just rapping. And,
yeah, because sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, so yeah, I woke up that morning and you know, I hit you up. I was like, oh, we finally get some bars. I thought this was like some lyrical sparring. I didn't know they actually had beef. For one thing, Mr. Ryan Montgomery, please don't shoot me, by the way. But you are 44 years old, and Lupe, you are 39 and still, trying to be a samurai. So please, like, this is not what we need in 2021. Like, we do not need this. We don't need this at all. No.
So the reason I said Mickey Facts instigated it is because from the time of the initial shit, the initial like little Instagram live to now, Mickey's punk ass has been instigating shit, like going on lives and insinuating that Royce was using this shit with Lupe as a way to roll an album out. And Royce is like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't need y'all to roll out shit. Like, if I want to use somebody to roll out something, I have Eminem, which is true. Like, why would he need Royce and Lupe and Mickey Facts to do? So that's why I say Mickey Facts is whack. And he's on the live last night, giggling with Royce and all them about the diss and shit. And it's like, that's supposed to be your man's. You acting like a real chump. Anyway.
Well, I don't know, as close as him and Lupe is, like, he should have been speaking for Lupe in the first place. Like, right. Just like, if you're cool with both parties, just don't say shit, bro. Just be neutral. Don't have an opinion, bro. Like, I mean, I'll be like, the track was cool, yada yada. I mean, Lupe, my man, you my man. I don't got no beef with nobody. This between y'all two niggas, even though it's hard for him to say that because he started the shit. So it's like,
he started the shit.
But yeah, once you started and you are clearly on Lou's side, nigga, stay over there, bro. Don't be trying to make nice with fucking Royce now. Like, I seen the live too, and I'm like, why are you here, bro? Why are you on this live, bro? And then Mickey's like, Royce, did you have some shots for me on the diss track? I think I counted two. Like, I'm like, bro.
All right. So that gets me to the core of another part of what frustrates me about it. Like, if Mickey wants to talk to Royce, I'd be cool with it if he was trying to piece up that situation. Like, and be like, maybe this shit went a little too far or whatever. But I feel like Mickey, Loaded, and Mook, they were so focused on this rap shit that they forgot it was also two humans involved and like a gross ass misunderstanding of what was happening in the first place. Mm-hmm. And nobody took the time to address that shit because it never should have went to where it ended up going.
Yeah, it's a case of two niggas who don't know each other realizing that they don't know each other. Like, this shit is all happening because these two dudes have never met. Lupe was saying last night on his live that it was Royce's wife's idea for the podcast because he was sitting around the house doing nothing during the pandemic. And they're both realizing on a Lupe live, he was like, I thought that's just how Royce played. That's how I played with Royce. Like, he a street nigga. He like talking spicy, so I'm talking spicy to the nigga. And Royce, on the other hand, is like, nigga, you don't talk to me like that in public because you're going to make niggas think it's okay to talk to me like that in public. And it's like, totally understand both sides. But a phone call early on could have fixed this. And that, again, is where Mickey is in the wrong because he knew where this shit was going because he knows both parties. You knew where this shit was going. So why are you not like stepping in going, because Lupe is a spicy nigga going, hey, bro, Royce is like dead ass right now. Like, maybe we need to relax, chill out before this shit goes far. Or going to Royce and being like, hey, bro, that's just how Lupe is, man. This shit, he ain't meaning nothing by it. He just talking rap shit. Or the niggas themselves should have done that because as Ron alluded to, these niggas is 44 and 39. Y'all too old to be doing this shit. Y'all too old for this shit. We roasted J. Cole for being 36, leaving his family halfway around the world to go ball in Africa and average 1.3 points per game. And these two goofy ass niggas is trading disses over some Instagram live feelings that they caught because one dude didn't like a nigga talking loud with him, and another nigga didn't like that another dude said that he could rap better than him and was dismissing his ideas on how to settle who's the better rapper. Like, what is this? Like, y'all got the communication skills of niggas that are 20 years younger than y'all.
So can we get into the tracks now?
Yeah, we can get into it.
Yeah, because everybody knows I think Lupe is the greatest lyricist alive. When he has like made like disses or taking shots at people, like he does so in a way that you're like, damn, like it's almost like I'm pretty sure they don't even realize he's taking the shot. But it's almost like going at Royce, he didn't know which angle to take. I say all that to say this is probably one of the wackest things I ever heard Lou drop. Like, I was not impressed at all.
Damn.
Like here, if I were not privy to what led up to the situation, their relationship before this point, or like if this was like Royce versus Mr. Fab situation, right?
Oh God.
I would think it was fire, but the level, like, have me listening to the podcast and hearing the conversations that they've had on there, and realizing that Lupe used a lot of that to fuel what he wrote in this diss track, I couldn't fuck with it. Like that, it went way too far for me. Like, obviously, you listen to it and it's like, yeah, this relationship, this friendship, or whatever. Because like a lot of things that they both keep saying is, we don't really know each other. We not homies like that. That's cool, but you also not enemies. You weren't before this,
right?
But yeah, like I feel like a person that you were like you had a professional relationship with, you didn't need to go this far in this diss track. Like Royce, I got the lyrics for both of them pulled up, and Royce said some rapper ass shit.
Yeah.
You know, like it wasn't that hardcore. I think the worst thing he said was like Lupe likes white people more than he likes black people. That probably stung Lupe a little bit, but
I mean,
we don't need to get into that.
that's not inaccurate. That's
true.
That's not true.
That's one line though.
Hey, he was talking about the nigga teeth too. He was talking about that nigga teeth too.
But they can bounce back from that.
He said the nigga gums is bigger than his teeth.
They can bounce back from that. They can come back from that. What Lupe did, however many hours later, there is no coming back from that.
I did feed. What are your thoughts on this? On the dissings?
Like I don't like Lupe seemed like it was more personal to me. Like Royce's didn't seem as personal. Like it just seemed like hey, look what I can do with these words, nigga, and with a couple shots here and there. Like his was like really technically sound. Like if I wanted to teach somebody how to rap, I'd be like, hey, go look at this fucking 7-minute song and look at the way this nigga is putting these fucking words together, because it's really beautiful. Lupe, I don't know, Lupe seemed more personal, and he was responding to things that Royce said in Royce's diss. It was cool, but it's not something that I'll ever go back and listen to again. Like I have no desire to hear either one again.
Lee says Lou's song sounded like a performance of a character dissing Royce, and Royce's song sounded like a love tap dressed up in some fancy multi-syllable bars. Yeah, like if I'm judging it strictly based on like the merits of each song, like what Royce did was cool. Like he threw his little shots here and there, but it was basically to show like, oh, I can do this multi-syllable shit, which that shit ain't really that, as a rapper, that shit ain't really that impressive to me. Like it's impressive, don't get me wrong. But if we talking about like on the scale of difficulty, what Lupe does on shit like Mural and what Royce did in a song like that, there's no competition on what's more difficult to do. An 8-minute song of you doing triple, quadruple layered metaphors versus a nigga who's just putting some syllables, that can be done. Like Fee said, that can be taught. Like what Lupe does ain't necessarily something that can be taught, but just like judging the dishes on their own merits, I felt like Royce's song was more impressive, but I felt like just from the standpoint of it, like some of the shit Lupe was saying is like Chuck said, it's no coming back from that. It's like you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for, I can name a dozen more. And it's like, oh, you can tell like Lupe was really like, yeah.
He was trying to cut deep.
Yeah,
he wanted to
was
cut
like,
deep.
Well, I don't think he was trying to cut deep as much as he was just like, well, nigga, you wanted to go here, so I'm gonna show you what that's like.
He told his man to go clean up Detroit. Like, like there's no coming back from that. He called his man Cormac Kilpatrick. Like, you cannot.
But even back from that, even on the lives before the diss tracks even came out, like the things that Lupe were saying, like I knew this shit was over with, bro. Because it like the things that these niggas were saying, it was a point of no return even before the diss tracks dropped.
That's true. It was a real big divide on what they were talking about.
Lee says, I'm pretty sure Lupe was freestyling too, which was a choice. Yeah, I hate when Lupe be doing that freestyling shit to prove a point. It's like, nigga, rap. This ain't the time for you to be showing that you can freestyle. Nigga, rap. Like, go get a pen and rap, nigga. I don't want to hear. I've heard you freestyle a million times. It's cool, like it's dope, but nah. Joe, what did you think of the disses?
You're muted, by the way.
Joe, can you hear us?
After Joe.
Joe,
Joe, can you hear us, nigga?
I think the signal might be a little short.
Oh, there you go.
Because your Amex card?
What did you think of the disses, man?
Oh.
Whole conversation back there. Nigga,
No,
what do
no,
you
what's
think
up?
of the dishes?
Oh, Lupe won clearly. Like, that shit is like no contest, bro. Like, his was like, oh, my bad. God damn.
I think it's
Nah, you
signal, bro.
good,
It's
man.
signal.
We
This
ain't
is
gonna
more
keep it
direct.
if you can hear us, nigga. But why do you think Lupe won, man?
Man, his shit was more direct. His beat was fucking better too, but I don't know. It was just more direct. Like, it was just better. Like Royce is like, so based off of what the criteria of what I guess they initially sounded like they were trying to do, Royce is probably the better like song because it was that lyrical miracle bullshit. It was that shit that the reason why I don't like Joyner Lucas, Eminem, those other multi-disaster type niggas. Like, okay, you niggas can rap. I get it. I got it. But you niggas suck. Let's just be real. Like you can rap, but let's just be real. You niggas suck. Like, no one cares about that shit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care that you picked up the Quran and you picked up a fucking mathematicians and a fucking architect's fucking book and put that shit in a song. That shit is trash. But hey, man, nah, Lupe's was just more direct, man. That shit was better, bro. Like, it sounded like a diss record. Like, that's all. Like, if that's what y'all were going for, Lupe's was clearly better. Like, it's no contest.
Yeah, and Joe, I don't know if you were on here when I was saying that. Like, the multi shit is cool, but like, to me, it's not on the scale of difficulty of doing this shit. It ain't that difficult to me as a nigga that's rap. Like, if I wanted to, I could do that. It's just that ain't really that appealing to me because you getting a lot of filler when you do that shit.
yeah.
Like, 'cause you're trying to. Go
I'll
ahead.
say it's cool when you can do it without the filler. I think Royce is good enough to rap that way where he doesn't have much filler. Like, he's one of the better people who do it where he can like still have good content while rapping that way. Like Eminem, not so much. Like Joe said in Battle Rap Disaster, pretty much anybody who really came from King of the Dot, they rap that way, and that shit is fucking, it's terrible. I hate that shit, bro. I cannot stand like the grind time niggas, not even King of the Dot, the grind time niggas. Like, that shit is ass, bro. I don't want to hear you just and not to be like, I'm gonna say it, but it's no disrespect to these people. But white people, y'all love that shit, and y'all really think that people can really rap who can rap that way.
I knew where you was going.
Yeah, there was no way for me to say it without saying that. So, but
that's what it is.
Gotta say it.
It's those white real hip hop underground fans who love that shit. And like I said, it's cool. Like, someone who does that really well when he wants to is Kendrick. Kendrick does that really well. But again, if we ranking like abilities in rap, that ain't necessarily at the top. Like, anyone could go pick up a dictionary and do that shit with enough word exposure. Like, now I do think someone like Eminem is very good at it. Like, his is some shit that I've heard where it's like, damn, but it ain't a lot of content with that. So like Royce is kind of a good middle ground to doing that shit. But again, if we talking ability, Royce ain't in the same ballpark as Lupe when it comes to like the ability to play with words. Like, he can say the words in a way, but he ain't in the same ballpark as that nigga when it comes to the ability to play. Royce can't do a mural. He rapped on mural and didn't do mural. That nigga was just rhyming a bunch of words.
And that's, I guess that's why I'm like, okay, so Royce put his out. Like, it is what it is. Lupe had a chance to respond, and then we heard Lupe's response, and it seemed like he tried to like almost like punch with him instead of like just using like his wordplay and showing that he's more lyrical. He just tried to like come down to his level almost. And I'm like, what are you doing?
I don't even think it was that, honestly. It's hard for me to say which one of them is better because I feel like both of them are out to do two completely different things. with those particular tracks, and that comes to the miscommunication with all of the other stuff, including the Mickey Fax thing, because Mickey Fax, was pushing this whole narrative of this complex rhyme, and apparently that Osiris dude that was in the chat with them dropped a diss track against Royce. I haven't listened to that, but that's the space. Knowing what he did in that live, what Royce responded with is more in the space of that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Lupe responded more in the battle rap side of things because of what Loaded Lux and Murder Mook, the battery that they put into his back, and it's two completely different things. If we stick in the battle rap, which Royce was very adamantly like he's not really about that shit, Lupe definitely won that matchup. I do think Royce is capable of being more direct, and as direct as Lupe was. I don't know if he has the desire to do that shit anymore, but
I think if Royce gets more direct, it's gonna go somewhere that he probably don't want.
Yeah.
I think Royce has enough restraint to realize, like, okay, if it goes here, this is gonna end up in some violent shit, and I'm past that space.
Yeah, because I mean, if you listen to it and you're like, well, he's willing to do this in response to what I did, then it's only gonna go the wrong place. He got to get the rocket launcher out the closet.
It's still one of the greatest videos of all time. In response to Benzino, no less. Like, how many times does Benzino have to be just
Relax.
terrible at the wrong end of the
I wish Royce would have used that. We wouldn't have Coyle Ray right now. So
I think she was born before.
Damn. That was because she was. She was like a kid.
That was like 10 or 11 years ago. So she would have been a kid, but
yeah, she was a little kid.
Coyle Ray never had a chance to be good at rap because I am a firm believer that Benzino is the worst rapper of all time. Like
the absolute worst rapper.
You can't be good if you're the child of the worst rapper of all. Like, y'all remember when he was trying to push his son on us? Like that little nigga Ray Ray?
No.
Yeah, he was trying to like because M dissed him for that. Like he was dissing him for like, dog, like you trying to eat off your son. You're fucking trash, dog.
Yeah, I had no idea about that.
Benzino has taken the absolute worst L's in rap, and that includes his daughter.
Wow.
When I found out that was his child, I was like, oh, it makes perfect fucking sense. There was no chance she was going to be good at rapping. None whatsoever. None. You can't be good if you're the child of Benzino. Like, it's just not going to happen.
That's
like
that.
That nigga is terrible. Like, for his brain to formulate the kind of trash bars that he raps, like, it has to be genetic that you would be predisposed to being trash at rapping. It just so happens that being trash at rapping is a good thing now, so his daughter is famous for it. Benzino was 30 years too early.
Hey, I ain't know we was gonna come in here and drop a Benzino diss podcast, man.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, y'all remember when Benzino used to be on the Ill Community, or that nigga they thought was Benzino?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
that nigga dead ass serious.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody had a topic with Eminem, that nigga came in there hating. If you mention Eminem, that nigga was coming under your post, replying to it. Hey, niggas like, this has to be Benzino. Like, there's nobody else with this much vitriol for Eminem. Oh shit! Speaking of, Roddy, do you want to go on to the topic of? Are we done with this? We got anything more to say about this? Mickey Fax, stop being a bitch ass nigga, man.
Oh, and I mean, Mickey being on that live, and he was debating. He was debating with Royce about rapping better. And he's like, there's things that I do that you can't do. Like I made a care. I was just like, Mickey, bro, why are you over here? You've done enough, bro. Like, stop talking to these niggas. Just go away, bro. I'm tired of you. I've seen him on battle rap. Like, I've seen him literally everywhere this week, instigating with people, bro. Like, go home, Roger. Go the fuck home.
Yes, that's because like and we talked about this like in our group chats and stuff. Like, the problem with this shit is the minute Lupe and Mickey invited themselves to this conversation, that Royce and Ransom didn't want them in, and whoever the fuck RJ Payne is, I don't know who the fuck that nigga is. But between him and Kid Vicious, I don't even know why their names are being brought up in any of this, because no one knows who. Like, if you rapping with Ransom, I don't want to hear your opinion about how well you rap in 2021. I'm not listening to Ransom rap in 2021 when this nigga said, "I know the score, our refugees," and thought that bar was cold. I don't want to hear nothing that Ransom got to say about what he thinks is good rap in 2021 when this nigga still spitting 2004 18 Desert Storm bars. But anyway, Lupe and Mickey invited themselves to this conversation, and they kept trying to bring up shit. Like, all Royce and Ransom wanted to do was get on the track and rap together and have the age-old argument of, well, my shit was better than yours because I did this. My shit was... Like, they don't want a definitive winner. So the minute that they said, we don't care about that shit, them niggas should have bowed the fuck out the conversation. There wasn't no need to continue. Y'all talking about two different things. Two completely different things and two completely different ways of judging this. And it's just, it's Lupe not knowing when to shut the fuck up. Like, it's him thinking he's the smartest nigga in the room all the time. And it's probably him growing up around street niggas and being in the streets himself, that he don't have that healthy level of fear to know when to shut the fuck up. Because when you run around with Chili, who, if you don't know who Chili is, Google him. You probably done seen a lot of shit. You probably done did a lot of shit. And that nigga probably don't have the healthy enough fear of knowing when to shut the fuck up. And I'm not saying you should be scared of niggas, but I'm saying sometimes it's helpful to know, like, do you really want this conflict at 39 years old? You shouldn't.
I feel like it at the very least with somebody that you don't actually have a legitimate real life adult beef with, there's a level of respect that you need to rock with.
Exactly. Or that, healthy enough respect to say to this man that, all right, man, this shit ain't worth it. But Lupe is a fucking troll, and he don't know when to shut the fuck up. Like, that's been his problem his entire career, is he don't know when to shut the fuck up. Like, that has always been his issue.
Once it gets to the point where we're, like, about to start disrespecting each other's manhood and all that shit, like, basically having a who got the bigger dick contest, like, it's time to just fucking let the shit
wrap
go.
That shit up.
It's just not that important. And you theoretically you lose money behind that by the podcast ending for what reason? Over nothing.
Yeah, and I feel bad for Tom because Say What Media is his company, and they started the podcast to help get his business off the ground. I hope the nigga and I'm sure Royce will continue the podcast in another format. But yeah, it's just like, why you losing money? Y'all niggas are 40.
He probably was not paying attention to any of the Instagram live shit and wondering why the hell ain't nobody show up to record the episode.
Like, y'all niggas are 40, bro. Like, this shit does not need to happen. Lee says Mickey is a stone cold goofy, and I never want to hear another bar from him. I fucked with Mickey after he did the shit with Birmingham's own King LJ. I was like, oh yeah, man, that's dope for him to get on the song with that nigga and do that. Yeah, nah. I'm gonna have to. That
nigga always got features on for the low, bro.
I see why now.
Right, no disrespect, but he.
Yeah, when you lose the DNA in a rap battle, bro, I can't respect you, bro. Sorry.
Hey, get ready because Mickey Facts trying to do a battle against somebody. Is it King Los, something like that?
So now I have to ask.
Now
I have to ask this: Who would y'all root for in a Mickey Facts versus DNA battle?
I'm not watching that shit.
They already battled.
Oh, they already did.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
rematch. Yeah, I'm not watching.
DNA smoked that nigga boots off. Sad to say.
Yeah. Is there another battle rapper that
Mickey Facts
already lost?
Yeah, Mickey Facts lost.
I'm saying, is there another battler we hate universally like DNA?
I'll watch Danny Myers smoke Mickey Facts. I'll watch that.
Yeah, Joe does hate Danny Myers.
That's cool. He ain't got to watch it. I'll watch him.
Danny Myers and smoking anyone should never be in the same sentence.
Sadly,
sorry, bro. It happens though. It happens often. Mickey Facts versus Hitman Holla. I'd never watched that.
Oh no. No.
I don't hate Hitman.
I'll watch that.
I'll watch it.
I'll watch Mickey lose on the big stage.
Mickey Facts versus Cassidy.
Facts.
Wow.
No.
That's nasty work.
That's not even drawing a crowd though. Nobody they can't even sell tickets for that one.
Cassidy will try his best though. Cassidy will try his best.
I'll watch the face off.
I was about to say as much as like as trash as Cassidy is in battles, like he's Yeah, he's the number one promoter for like battle rap. Like his promo game is a fucking one, bro. He gonna bring a crowd to see him, bro.
I don't know if I don't even know if number one promoter Cassidy could sell a Mickey Fax fight. I don't think he could do that one.
He could.
Bro, like under his battles that he dropped, like if you look in the comments, like on YouTube on his RBE battles, the Cassidy fan base is on there hard. They're hanging from this man's nuts on there. Like they love this dude. So
That's true.
Hey, you know what the title of that event would
I
have?
love that nigga beats, bro.
hey,
Come on, man. Hey, hey, you know what the title of a Cassidy Mickey Fax what the card would have to be? It'd have to be nasty work. You have to go get the nastiest battles imaginable to do because that would be nasty work.
Hey, let's go ahead and build the card, bro. What's the rest of the nasty work card? Bro?
I'd rather watch old Solo than watch
Hey,
Cassidy.
look, man.
Oh,
Hey,
come
Old
on.
Solo
Danny
is
Myers
fire.
versus old Solo, bro.
One nigga
Hey
bring
Joe, I was
two
gonna say for
niggas,
you,
two
Danny
niggas
Myers.
brought four
Wait, don't
niggas.
you hate Arsenal, Joe?
Nah, I like
Danny Myers
Arsenal.
and
Arsenal's
Arsenal
nice to
battle?
me.
Oh,
I think
No,
they
Danny
have.
Myers versus DNA would be his nasty work matchup.
yeah, okay. Danny Myers versus DNA. I don't know if I have anyone I really hate. Easy to Block Captain.
That's such a terrible name.
Hey, AJ, hey, bruh. That nigga versus Easy to Block Captain, bruh.
Oh wow!
Just
No, if you're gonna go that far, you can have verse versus old Solo, which I'm not even gonna front. I'm tuning in to watch.
I'm watching
Fire.
that, bro.
Fire.
I heard it. You never heard of me.
Me and Joe was talking
I'm
about this
excited,
shit the other day. Like, bro, what if Smack just called a verse for a battle, just a night of the old DVD battles. Get Jin versus Sirius. Get Bert.
Bro, I'm not trying to see that again.
let Jay Mills and Mook rehash it out. Let Jim battle somebody. Let Verse battle somebody. Come on, man.
Enes.
Hey, Enes gonna come in there and wipe the floor with somebody though.
Nah, because Enes actually is pretty active. So, like after he got smoked by DNA on Summer Madness 2, he actually been getting cats out of here. So
Gotta
You
have
know,
Verse on the card,
I don't-
bruh. The man's a legend.
Yeah, verse will definitely be there. I hate that you just reminded
Jin
me.
might
of,
have to fight Sirius.
Nah.
Jin
He
definitely
really might
need
have
to
to.
sneak him, bro.
Joe Cole said Cassie versus Mickey Fax and the loser got to make a song over that beat he made a couple years ago.
We might see the best Cassidy you ever seen in that building.
Yeah, it's your boy. Welcome to URL Nasty Work.
nah, I'm saying
We only bringing you the most
Relax,
disgusting
man.
sounds,
The most
Quartet,
you know what I
disgusting.
mean?
if Cortez versus Ace Amin didn't just happen, I would say them two niggas versus each other because I hate both of them niggas, man.
Any battle Ace Amin on is nasty work. That nigga
It really is.
Hey,
bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. They really just cheated that nigga out of $5K this past weekend.
They did.
Bro. That nigga got
They did.
that nigga got robbed, bro.
They
You
did
said
not.
they didn't.
Nah, that nigga got robbed, bro.
No, the biggest robbery is the fact that X Factor still has a career. That's the biggest robbery.
let it be X Factor versus Verse.
Dog, they said if he got 3-0, like-
bro.
look how pathetic. You can't argue with me and say X Factor is dope because how pathetic is it? They're not arguing if you won or lost. It's
They're
if
arguing
you
if got
lost
round.
or lost worse enough to lose your
X Factor
whole
is
career. Where?
He used to be nice. He ain't been nice since the Cold Cut Trio.
Like get X Factor out of here. I thought that man was gonna come back after taking a break. Like, I thought he was gonna be, I thought he was gonna be straight. He had plenty of time to put the words down. Nah, man. He came in there hot off a 2-week prep. Garbage.
Hey, still spitting them suspect bars, bro. That man has
Dog.
the most pause-worthy bars you will ever find around, bro.
It can't be
That's that nigga
not
slogan
on
now,
purpose
though,
at this
bruh.
point.
No,
What's the
bro.
slogan?
That's it.
Your swag's off, fag sauce, and he has it
He's
tattooed.
that tattooed
bro.
on him.
Yeah, that, like nah, bro. He need to. They should have had that battle in June, and that man should have came out the closet because
They should have had judges so they can
Bruh,
get that
his
man out
whole
of there because he
is
got 3-0. He
suspect
was
bar-
done.
Nah,
I
fam,
didn't-
that only worked. That only worked for Biggie. Biggie was the only one who could get off like a string of suspect bars.
DMX got some off too, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but his
his
was like prison aggression suspect. Like that's a different lane.
Hey man, that's no. I don't want to hear no Melvin from Baby Boy bars, bro. I don't need that. Bro. I don't need that, bro.
Oh shit! I forgot where I was even about to take it after.
He was gonna fill out the rest of the nasty work card,
Texas
bro.
and Oklahoma to the SEC.
Oh yeah, Texas and Oklahoma to the SEC. What do we? I know Ronnie's thinking that. I'm looking at Ronnie like don't do that. Don't do the SEC stumping, man. You better than that.
I just my thing with Texas is like from a university standpoint.
Lee said, if we're being honest, super suspect bars were a rite of passage for the New York Legends. He is right about that.
If I'm Texas, they have what the Longhorn Network that makes them money. Like as a university, you have your own. Like why would you? And like monetarily wise, you're the big dog. Like Oklahoma and Texas are the big dogs of the Big 12. Why are you going to be the big dog to go be under bosses in another conference, bro?
You just answer your own question because they do have the Longhorn Network, and the street said that they're hemorrhaging money trying to, get that to work. So basically, I think that contract is up. It's like 2024. So that's why they know that true enough. Like Texas has like some of the richest donors in the country. Like we all know that. Like they have the resources, but I mean. The SEC is where it's at, like conference wise. So the SEC network is doing great. Is a subsidiary of ESPN. So that's why they're come knocking on the SEC's door now. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that might be true, but look at what the fuck happened to Miami when they went from being the big fish in the small pond. Niggas ain't won since.
Well, I was gonna say, look at Missouri and Texas A&M. It's not really doing nothing for them. Like, I mean, you get the
Texas
SEC,
A&M and got them away from Texas.
You get the SEC on your name just to get your head beat in. Oh, hey, look at me! I wasn't in the gang. Now I'm in the gang. Now I'm getting shot at by other gang members. I'm getting told up. I wasn't claiming this. Now I'm getting shot, bro.
But no, I absolutely hate the idea. Like I'm not for it at all. It makes no damn sense. And I said this like on the eve of the college football playoff. I was like, oh yeah, we're about to get super conferences, and people's like, that'll never happen. We're about to get super conferences.
I mean, hell, we already got super conferences for real.
It's about to get wild.
Somebody said we're gonna have a 32-team power conference, and I was like, I mean, shit, you might as well.
Yeah.
You might as well just have one 32-team super conference and let them niggas beat each other's skulls in.
Yeah, we're gonna have one conference. Yeah, and the winner of that conference wins the national championship. That's what it's about to be.
I'm a little behind on college football, but is Texas contributing to the power of any power conference?
No.
At this point? Okay.
No.
All right.
No,
I didn't think so.
No, they're not. Oklahoma is. Texas is not. My whole thing is I'm just tired of seeing fans of SEC schools not name Alabama stomp for the SEC when it's like, yo, you got Alabama, a couple other good schools each year, and then a bunch of dirt.
Yeah, Arkansas fans got to relax.
Dirt.
Like y'all
Arkansas,
stay out this.
Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Vanderbilt. Need I keep going? South Carolina. How much dirt you gonna have in the fucking conference, man? It's a lot of dirt.
Roll that Reggie, bro.
A lot of fucking dirt.
I mean, but if we being honest, any conferences, like most conferences now are top heavy, like ACC, Clemson, Florida State, if they're good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But you don't hear them running around yelling, "Yeah, man, ACC supremacy."
Talk that dirt shit.
What
we know what the deal is. Right now it's Bama, Florida, and Georgia, and then a bunch of dirt. A bunch of dirt. Am I wrong, Ron?
I mean, I'm laughing because I follow a lot of Texas fans and they talking real greasy, and I'm just like they thought they thought I was joking. I was like, y'all go get caught sleeping in Starkville on a damn Saturday.
Well, yeah, now that is
watch.
true. That is true. Mississippi State, Lane gonna shock you a couple times. Mississippi State gonna shock you a couple times, but ain't nobody else winning the conference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this,
it's Nicholas Lou. That's it. It's Nick and everybody else. That's it.
Everybody else.
That's it. The only college football coach who ever could give Nick consistently a scare is now coaching in Jacksonville, and he'll be there until he has heart problems in 2.5 years.
Yeah, he'll get smoked too.
You're about to be right back in college in 2 years.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Wait till the Florida job opens up and he finds his way back in there and got another roster full of killers.
No, did you read a story that he was surprised that he can't spend as much time with his like NFL players that he thought he could? He was like, oh, like it's OTAs and then they take a break. Like, yes, nigga, you can't.
Like, how do you not know that, bro?
How do you not know this?
Like what? You thought that they get paid more and they still had to suffer your abuse like they did in college, nigga?
Hey,
no, they only have to do
what?
that because they don't have a choice.
Bro,
To be completely real, Nick probably did the same shit when he went up there and got caught slipping too.
Hey, when you lie on the resume and get the job, y'all see that meme where that dude standing there with all them wires, bro? He's just like, damn, I lied on the application.
Hey, bro, that shit is hilarious because a nigga was really posting about that shit. He like, damn, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, I'm still here. And then 2 weeks later, he was like, my check was $2,500. I ain't going nowhere. Like, hey, fuck it. Fake it till you make it. Joe Cole said Texas hasn't been good in almost 2 decades. That they decided to go to SEC. They can blend in with Vanderbilt and not be
But
good.
they really ain't been good since what was the coach name that was
Mac Brown.
Well, Mac Brown, and then like, but really before that, they hadn't been good since Vince Young retired, since he stole that chip and got up through, bro. Like they've been okay. Like they may have a couple of 10-win seasons, but they're not.
I mean, there's a school that shall not be named that is basically the analog for Texas. They just don't say they're back every time they get 9 or 10 wins.
It's all money play. They're gonna be garbage when they go to the SEC, but they're gonna be getting a lot more viewership. They're gonna be getting a lot more deals out of it.
Yeah, and they can stomp and say, "Yeah, we're part of the SEC. We should get that bowl game with 4 losses."
Well, I hope that bill passes. That the Texas that should be hilarious. I gotta.
That would be pretty wild.
Apparently, Texas A&M is all pissed about it. Like, man, we just got away from these niggas, man. Why y'all moving next to us?
Well, they should go back the opposite direction then. I mean, the Big 12 is wide open for them.
Man, the Big 12 finna be done. The Big 10 gonna swoop up the Kansas schools and maybe Iowa State and maybe Oklahoma State, and the rest of them niggas gonna go to like the Pac-12 or some shit, or the ACC might reach across and grab a few niggas. The ACC will probably take West Virginia, just stay right there.
Sunday afternoons we gonna be seeing Baylor versus Alabama State on BET. Like it's about to be wild on the
Big 12. Baylor about to have the meanest band in the land. Oh shit. Oh my god. Yeah, college football is ridiculous, man. You basically about to have 4 conferences, and then somehow, some way, the Big 10 is gonna merge with like the Pac-12 or some shit, something ridiculous like that. And the ACC and SEC will merge, and you'll just have 2 fucking super conferences.
Yeah, college football is cooked. It's gonna be an
NFL. It's gonna be basically the baby NFL, bro.
Yeah, the minor leagues for the NFL. Like that's basically what's about to happen, because you can't. Yeah, this shit's fucking ridiculous. Like it's there's no need for the shit, but money, and at least now the players are getting paid. They getting their cut of the cheese.
Oh, you know what? That might be the motivation right there. They was like, we ain't getting enough money to pay these players out this way, so we got to get that SEC money and cover it, keep us in the green.
I mean, I will like to see Texas on CBS because Fox has Fox football games on Fox is disgusting looking. I don't know how the color of the grass looks dark ass green on Fox and then it's so vibrant on CBS. Like, I hate Like, I don't even like watching NFC football on Sundays on Fox because of how the fucking grass look. It look like it's a cloudy day on Fox Network when football is being played. When
I'm watching football on Fox, it feel like I'm watching the 90s.
Yeah,
Like it's that standard def 90s filter on Fox permanently.
yeah. Fox Sports got that Democratic National Convention filter on the football games. I'm like, hey, like it doesn't even look like this. Why does it look like this?
Like it's fucking ugly. I mean, anyway, Bama won another title anyway. I don't know why everybody's doing all this shit. We know what the fuck's finna happen. We know it. Even though Bama fans are the worst fans on the planet and don't deserve anything.
Yeah,
I would say
Bama fans on the pod are agreeing.
I would say the SEC fans in general, because when I moved down here, and I moved in 2014. I think Florida State had just won a title, and I was working on doing construction, and this Bama fan was like, "Yeah, we're gonna show Auburn how we bring the title back to the SEC." But then I think that was the year Ohio State ended up winning. But needless to say, SEC fans, when their team is not there, they root for the other SEC teams, and that shit is just mind-boggling to me because I'm an Ohio State fan. I don't give a fuck who Michigan plays. I want them niggas to lose every single game. There ain't no conference. It's a fucking team. But down here, niggas root for a fucking conference. Like, no, you don't root for the SEC. You root for your fucking team. So if your team gets knocked out, you don't root for Auburn in the championship game. No, you don't root for them niggas. You want to see them lose.
I mean, to be fair, I used to be a Michigan fan, and right now, whoever Michigan's playing, I want them niggas to
No, you rooting against the players that come out of Michigan in the NFL.
No, Devin Funchess was trash. That is a fucking fact. Listen. So before I stopped watching NFL, I was a Panthers fan. Chuck is a Panthers fan, and Devin Funchess was on the team. And Chuck's like, "Nah, man, Funchess is gonna turn around." I'm like, "Dog, I saw Funchess for 3 years at Michigan. He is ass. That nigga is dirt. He's so bad." So there was a tradition at Michigan that only once every few years you had to be a generational talent at wide receiver to wear the number 1. They brought the number 1 out of retirement for Devin Funchess, and now anybody can wear number 1 since then. There's a defensive back wearing number 1 right now. Once upon a time when Rich Rod was the coach. Once upon a time when Rich Rod was the coach, they tried to give number 1 to a defensive back, and Braylon Edwards came down from Cleveland and raised hell about. You can't do that. The number 1 is for wide receivers. You can't, and everyone had a fucking conniption about. Now they don't even care because Devin Funchess was that.
Because Devin Funchess ruined it.
I'm sorry, he ruined that.
That is he is organizational malpractice. If your team has Devin Funchess on the roster, they do not care about your quarterback.
Oh, Green Bay. Oh, hey, man. That is, oh my God.
What did
Devin Funchess is on Green Bay.
Oh, you're talking about where he's there. Yes. Let me
That's why
clarify
Rodgers
something
don't
real
want to
quick.
come back. He look at this shit. This nigga's
He
trash.
look at what you're giving me.
I'm gonna clarify 2 things real quick. One, you said I was an Alabama fan. I'm sorry, sir. That is incorrect. I am a former Alabama fan.
Oh, my bad. I know you gave up that narcotic.
Well, I don't claim that set anymore. I'm not in that life. The game not in me no more.
My bad. I apologize. My fault. That's my bad.
2, you can't be mad at me for having hope that Devin Funchess will be dope when I'm coming off of dealing with Kelvin motherfucking Benjamin
and Ted Ginn.
And
Philly
you know what?
Brown.
Ted Ginn did his thing. He had his best years of his career in Carolina.
But at least they
says
were
a lot
good in
about the
college,
rest.
though.
True, but that also says a lot about the people that was around him in Carolina. Because you needed Ted Ginn, 50-50 Butterfinger hands to have the best years of his career for your football team to have a decent chance. That's trash. But Kelvin Benjamin, though, I'm never letting that go.
Kelvin Benjamin and Devin Funchess both should have been tight ends. And now Kelvin Benjamin is trying to come back as a tight end.
If you put Kevin Benjamin and Funchess at tackle, Cam Newton wouldn't have been injured. He would not have been injured.
Look, no. We don't even need to get into that. Cam didn't even get hurt because of the offensive line. He got hurt because of Kelvin Benjamin.
Yeah.
That man, interception, and he grabbed the dude and just said, fuck it, and just let him go. And Cam's career ain't been the same since.
Joe Cole said Lions games still look like Lions games on Fox still look like Barry Sanders' play. That's true. That's very true. Like you watch the Thanksgiving game on Fox with the Lions every year, and you might expect to see number 20
John Madden in the
yards
booth.
behind the line of scrimmage and making a spectacular play to gain 2 yards. Because again, organizational malpractice.
Man, but that's crazy. Devin Funchess over there at the Green Bay driving the price up for Devontae Adams, probably.
Oh no, they got turmoil. Devontae. Well, they can't come to a contractual agreement.
I think that's why. Because Devontae in there negotiating, and he like, look, who you gonna throw it to?
Touching the ball for y'all? Do you want him to see the field?
I also saw that the Sharps in Vegas are putting money that Aaron Rodgers is going to retire next week. So,
I honestly thought he was going to do the COVID listing so he wouldn't have to return no money. Because if he'd have went COVID exempt this year, they wouldn't have gave him like the stipend that they gave the players, but he wouldn't have had to return any of the signing bonus. I thought he was going to do that. To be like, no, go ahead. Let Jordan Love start the season.
But if he does that, I think retirement would be a better option for him, wouldn't it?
Nah, if he retires, he has to return money.
But if he does the COVID thing that year, like the year don't count, do it?
No, I think it does. I mean, we can look it up.
Yeah, I think he's gonna pull a Carson Palmer, basically. Like he's gonna retire, and then he could be like, "Ha, y'all suck with Jordan Love. Let me go. Yeah, let me go to this other team." Because but
if he retires and doesn't play and then comes back, that year definitely doesn't accrue. So they still got him either way.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they realize how serious he is. Like, he's saying it's not about the money right now. I will write you a check and give you the money back. I am that serious. Like, I'm ready to move on.
I do not want to play here.
Right.
Yeah, which they should have just. And when them stories came out, a team like Denver, Miami, teams who have everything around them but don't necessarily have a quarterback position locked down, you should have took them up top, got you something to start over with, and been cool. I'd have been like, all right, bro, you don't want to be here? All right, man, cool. But I think they thought that he was bluffing because they thought the love of the game was going to carry him back. But nah, that man, I got a chip, bro. I'm solidified with my spot in history. So
can't have no love of the game when the
sweet
ball
damn
Devin Funch's hands, man.
Hey, man. Hey, Chuck, I'm just glad you finally saw the light and stopped pinning your hopes on that man.
Man, I gave that man like 4 years, bro.
4 years too many. I was like,
he got it. He got it on this next
man,
one.
Man, look, Chuck was tweeting me like, nah, man, I think this is gonna be the year. I'm like, it's not, man.
It's not.
It's not. I've seen this move. He was good when he was a tight end. The minute they moved him to wide receiver, that nigga was dirt.
I saw the light when we picked up DJ Moore and Steve Smith was like, they finally got a replacement for me. And I'm like, damn, nigga. like you ain't been in the league for how long? God, all right, you're right.
Hey man,
right.
you know, like every NBA offseason, people post like a trash ass basketball player in the gym, and they be like, "Oh, he in the lab. He gonna be a problem this year." That was Chuck with Devin Funchess every training camp, and I'm like, Chuck, no, listen to me, man. He is not going to get better.
Every camp, bro.
Joe Cole said that man wasn't bluffing on having throw the third, fourth string receivers for 10 years. I mean, how do you waste a talent like Aaron Rodgers' prime?
Because they relied on him too much. They thought that the organization was running smoothly and not him. Like, he carried that team on his shoulders.
Like,
they went in places where
you had almost 30 years of Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre and got 2 Super Bowls out of it.
Mm-hmm. They're lucky that they've had the stability that they had at quarterback, because a lot of, like, when you have a great quarterback in the NFL, it can carry you your franchise 10 to 15 years. Like you have stability for 10 to 15 years where you can just fill needs around them through the draft and free agency. Like, if you don't have a quarterback, it makes your job that much fucking harder. And they have taken that for granted by not putting nothing around this nigga that he fucking needed.
Yeah.
You traded up. You gave up assets to draft a nigga replacement who nobody wanted.
Nobody.
Like you didn't have to do that.
That's another underrated element of this situation. Like you spend this capital
didn't
on this
tell
person,
him.
and then he's not even good. Like, and you got to eat that.
Like because
Rodgers is laughing in your face at this point.
Yeah, because Colin Cowherd made this point, and I don't really like Colin Cowherd, but he was like,
Okay.
man, if Jordan Love was good, we'd know by now.
Yeah.
He was like, if he was good, somebody from the Packers would be leaking information like, yeah, nah, man, he's good, man. We'll be okay. We'll be fine. And they're like, nah, man, please come back.
Aaron Rodgers pushed Brett Favre out the door. They were like, Brett, what are you going to do? Because we got Aaron Rodgers sitting right here. Jordan Love isn't good.
Exactly.
Like, he
I
obviously
was
isn't
about to
good.
say that. Like when it was time for Aaron Rodgers, they was like, Brett, you're not gonna keep playing these games with us. Go ahead and get your bags, player. And I think the same thing with the Steelers. Like because Ben Roethlisberger be on his bullshit too. Like if they had a competent nigga, they would have been got rid of him. Like
They don't. Yeah, that's true. They don't even think. They don't even think Love could be good the way they act.
No, they said like I think when they first started 707s, they were like, this man was throwing picks like left and right. Like I was like, oh, and I'm looking at fantasy football like, yeah, I'm Devontae Adams. He was on my team last year, but no, bro, I cannot do it, bro.
And you know what? I kind of my hairs went up a little bit when I saw that Devontae Adams wanted to be paid the best, the top wide receiver in the NFL, and like people can feel their way about that, but when you look down the roster, what argument do you have? You don't have one.
You have Devin Funches.
Bro, Marcus, Van
Scantling and
Alan Lazard. Them is like the 2 and the 3.
Devontae's agent probably went into the negotiations with a Funches jersey on.
And I went in there with a Jordan Love. Like, you think my nigga about to catch passes from him? Like, hey, come on, big dog.
They gotta be like it's super crazy now for them because like your quarterback don't want to be here no more, and your top wide receiver, the only thing that would be a sell to anybody else to come and play for y'all, he don't want to be here either now, or y'all don't want to pay him enough. So,
I mean, what they've gotten 2 big free agents in their history: Reggie White and Charles Woodson.
that's really it. Damn.
Yeah, like
That's
think about like every great player they've had. They either traded for or drafted. Like they traded for Favre, they drafted Rodgers. They drafted Jordy Nelson. They drafted Devontae Adams. Like the only big free agent signings they've really ever had are Reggie White and Charles Woodson. Like that's it.
That's crazy.
And both of those led to Super Bowls. Like that, that's organizational malpractice.
Rest in peace, Green Bay.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't deserve shit. Also, PSA, I know these niggas will never see this, but all you fucking idiot ass football players, NFL niggas that are out there using your platforms irresponsibly to talk about not getting vaccinated and saying y'all might retire DeAndre Hopkins, but y'all ain't say shit for Kaepernick. Y'all some fucking coons.
And please retire. The league is not going to miss you. Like
They already firing folks. Y'all saw that Vikings offensive
Vikings
lineman coach.
Yeah, go ahead, get fired, stupid.
Patriots coach too.
Yep, they did, and they did not waste a moment. They instantly promoted somebody else to that spot. You will not be missed.
Like go ahead.
Especially at the Patriots of all places. Like
Right.
you should know damn well every single person in that building is expendable at
Everyone.
any time.
Everyone. Like y'all
They
all
got
give
grad
me a
assistants waiting to like college should like come take your spot. They got like interns waiting to take your spot. So leave. Like you're not gonna harm anybody.
Like you don't think Bill could place a call to Saban and be like, "Hey man, you got somebody that could fill this spot
Yes.
for me that you're not gonna miss, who would probably do good at it." Come on now, and they're getting their entire defense back because most of them niggas opted out last year. Come on now, don't be stupid. Like all you motherfuckers that are doing it, all of y'all deserve what happens to you. But if you vocal about this shit, but you were silent about them blackballing Colin Kaepernick, you are a fucking coon. I want that put out there. I want to put into the universe. You a fucking coon.
It's gonna be a weird NFL year, bro.
I mean, I don't really watch it, so
Oh,
Shit,
I
it's
got
not-
Sam. I got Sam Darnold at cornerback, man. My shit's gonna be so suspect.
Yeah, man. I remember draft night when you was like, yeah, man, we at least getting Fields and we gonna trade back and get some assets, and then neither thing happened. I was like, damn, I'm glad I don't watch that shit no more.
Bruh.
I'd have been mad as fuck. Like, oh, we got the next quarterback in the future.
Bro, when we was on the clock, I would have bought a Fields jersey, bro. I was so confident they was about to pick that man when they were on the clock.
And it's like, man, I get it, but you with Darnold, if he ass, then you got to wait for another quarterback, and you probably ain't gonna get one as good as Fields.
At least, hey, as bad as Darnold has been, at least they ain't as down on that man as Green Bay is on Jordan Love.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
But my thing
yeah.
is, like, if he's good, you gotta pay him soon. You ain't gonna have the chance to build a team around him, and then you stuck with a high. How many quarterbacks in the league have won Super Bowls that are on a $100 million contract?
Hey, well, they ain't gonna have to pay him too much because they could bullshit a little bit and be like, "Hey, man, you only had a successful year because you in Carolina."
Oh no, he gonna
Yeah, but
They
then
gonna get at
somebody else.
least 20, probably 25 million a year.
Yeah,
he gonna
that
be
ain't
like
bad.
French. He gonna be like
we
French
just
ass
paid
paid
what
me.
we paid Teddy Bridgewater. That's Bridgewater money we was paying.
I mean,
I'll do that.
Hey, you never know. Somebody will be enamored with the big white quarterback that just had a successful season. Somebody will pay that man
But this was the draft for them. Like for them, Denver.
in Denver. Yep.
Like I don't understand. Like Fields is sitting right there. I don't understand.
You don't
Like,
have to
just don't
waste
take that
assets to
nigga.
get him
Yeah.
for nothing. Like
Yeah,
this is
I was
quarterback-
stupefied by both of those picks because I was like, when we blew it, I was like, ain't no way Denver gonna pass that up.
No, Denver knows something somebody else doesn't. Like,
Yeah,
clearly.
I think when they did that, I think they knew that they feel like they're getting Rodgers.
They still,
I feel like- I feel
I
like
think
been
they still,
talking to that man.
and I still think they're gonna make a play for Rodgers sooner or later. Like because
They
they're
can
having
still afford
instances-
to.
Yeah, there have been instances where like a star QB has come in right during training camp and start. Hell, I mean, I think Brett Favre ended up that way. So yeah, they're going to make a move for him. So
It's not
they
like
clearly
haven't-
know something.
It's not like they haven't taken a quarterback in his late 30s to and gotten a Super Bowl out of them before. That
He was
Mm-hmm.
garbage too.
He was terrible. That
That
season.
man was he was under the hill. He was super trash. I'm never gonna get over the fact that the Panthers blew that shit. Like,
dog. This man could not move his neck. He was so washed.
Bro, his arm was literally a fucking wet noodle.
Noodle.
Bro. Like that.
His
nigga
arm was cooked.
throwing
Yeah.
straight ducks.
like how they was describing Rick James' legs after Eddie and Charlie was beating that nigga legs. That's how his arm was.
Man, we got beat in the Super Bowl against Peyton's worst performance probably in his career, bro.
Joe Cole
Bottom
says
10.
John Elway can't draft a QB can save his life, but he could trade for one at the end of his career like crazy. I mean,
Hey,
John Elway won
that's
the
a
Super Bowls
trait.
at the end of his career, so
They
know
got
your
fed up with
weaknesses, bro.
Elway. Yeah, they got fed up with Elway. He actually been demoted. He's not GM anymore.
He
Like,
wouldn't,
he
he
has-
wouldn't be making this call anymore.
Yeah, he has an administrative role now. they moved him into the
I
office.
thought he was still the president of football operations.
They gave him a title, but
Well, no,
but
he was president of football operations before. They just took the GM duties away from him because he was.
Well,
broke.
yeah.
Yeah, they was basically
Wasn't it because
like, okay,
he was too into one of the quarterbacks is trash in it.
well,
He was super invested in him.
What
Shit,
quarterback
quite
has he
a-
drafted
quite-
that ain't been trash?
Yeah.
Who?
Well, no,
Paxton
just
Lynch
he
or
was-
Brock
it-
Osweiler or who? That man.
Yeah, it wasn't
Why
that
Paxton
he
Lynch?
was not just drafting him, but he was still super invested in making him the starter or keeping him the starter or something
It
like
had to
that.
be. It was either Lynch or Trevor Simeon. It was one of them two.
I think it was Trevor Simeon.
one of them two trash bags over there.
Like dog, like this man done pick some dirt.
He really
Yep.
has, bro.
And if you look at Denver, I would in our Madden league, I picked Denver because I'm like, they have everything I need, and I'm
They're
playing
loaded.
quarterback, and I know I'm good enough a Madden player to play quarterback to go win a Super Bowl with these niggas because that's how good their fucking roster is.
And that's what Elway was thinking too.
But no, not with Drew. Like in real life, no, not with Drew Lock. Maybe if Teddy Bridgewater can be Peyton Manning like with that roster, because Denver does have a really good roster, and Teddy Bridgewater won't have to do much. Like their receiving core is fucking phenomenal in
Mhm.
Denver, and the tight end,
Wasting Jerry Judy.
the running back, man, Jerry Judy, Cortland Sutton, KJ Hamler is over there. Tim Patrick is over there. Noah Fant, Melvin Gordon. Like these niggas are stacked on offense and defense.
Hey, the way Bridgewater was underthrowing people in Carolina, he about the same as Peyton their Super Bowl year anyway. So they might run it up on us.
Hey, I mean, yeah, you can do what like because Sean McVay they basically said that's what Sean McVay did his first few years with
Goff.
With Goff, because he would just tell Goff what to do before the snap, and then in the Super Bowl, the Patriots were like, "Oh yeah, you can't talk to him 15 seconds before the snap, before the play clock runs out. So we'll just change the defense. We'll give you one look, you tell him what to do, and then we'll change the defense, and he won't know what the fuck to do. And that's why he was like, okay, I actually have to get a quarterback that can think, because this ain't that no more. And I
it's
can't
sad
just
as hell that they got that far before somebody was like, we can fix this problem real quick.
Like McVay's just on the sideline, like, all right, X is gonna be open.
Bro, like, if I'm the defensive coordinator and I come and tell McVay like, hey, we're gonna hold these niggas to 10 points, bro. What you think we're gonna do? Oh yeah, for sure, bro. We're gonna get you a dub out there. Wrong. Nigga, you couldn't get 13. Nigga, you couldn't get 4. You couldn't give me 12. You couldn't get 4.
You couldn't get in field goal range a few times, just a few times.
Something. Give me something. And Bill Belichick's just watching film like, so none of these motherfuckers figured out all you gotta do is change defenses at the last minute and he screwed. Like, you know, Bill Belichick was cheesing watching that film like, oh yeah, it's a wrap. It's over.
It's a wrap.
Like we don't even need to score. We're like, for real, we can get 10. We can get 10. And Tom, you don't need to do much tomorrow.
offense ain't even come to practice.
Nah.
Like, bro, that's fucking amazing that you made it 19 games before somebody figured that out.
Oh, that's crazy.
How?
Yeah, that's wild.
That's some nutty shit. That's nasty work. Nasty fucking work. Ron, what is the title of this episode? Stop what?
Oh, it's gonna be nasty work when I finally change it.
It's definitely the nasty work episode.
It could have been Mickey Wax.
Come on, man. Bunches of funches.
This better change his name 3 times. It's like a war show. This man changing names like we at the Oscars. Like, people change outfits, bro. BET Awards, man.
Oh shit, man. Do we got anything else?
Just shout out to Giannis and all you idiots talking about he doesn't have a bag. You are and all the Batman and Robin talk. Just stop talking. Just stop talking. That's all I want to say.
40-50 to win the title.
Man,
that's
shout out to Scott Foster, bro. I'm still hot, bro.
Oh, bro, he was in our PlayStation group chat as the game was going off, pissed at Scott Foster
because Giannis. Don't get me wrong, he did his thing, but there is no way in hell that Scott Foster should have got to ref 2 games of these NBA Finals with what his record is against Chris Paul and. Giannis shot more free throws than the Sun in each of those games. That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
Scott Foster put the full court press on CP3.
That shit had me. That shit had me hot, bro. Because no other game, game 3 and game 6, we knew the refs' names. Game 1, 2, 4, and 5, we did not know the referee's name. That shit pissed me off, bro. I smoked good after that, bro. And I'm not even a Phoenix Suns fan, bro. I was you
Kyle said Foster. The real finals. Hey, man, listen. Giannis did what he had to do. I mean, yeah, Scott Foster was once a close personal friend of Tim Donaghy. But hey, man, the game. Listen, the game is the game.
Always gonna be the game.
Them boys was up 2-0. The game is the game. You know what time it is.
Oh yeah, Monty Williams, or the Suns coach, formerly known as Monty Williams. He lost his name for the nut ass. Non-adjustments, like I was on Budenholzer about not making adjustments, and he won a chip. But Monty Williams, how have you not seen the fucking Toronto Raptors and the Miami Heat the 2 previous years build a fucking wall in front of Giannis? If Giannis want to shoot that broke ass jumper, let him shoot it. But no,
but I think the problem is they don't have because behind Ayton is like you got Frank Kaminsky as your backup center. Like Giannis seeing barbecue chicken.
Man, yeah. Look, I'm telling my people.
He got Ayton in foul trouble.
Look, if Brooke Lopez and PJ Tucker beat me shooting threes, they beat me shooting threes. But there's gonna be Giannis is gonna see 3 niggas in the paint every time he go up. Even when LeBron was with the Spurs, Greg Popovich, oh, you want to shoot that jump shot? Be my guest, brother. Go ahead, shoot it. I'm gonna live with you shooting that. You're not getting to the rim, bro. You're not. Ayton was too intricate for them on on offense for him to be guarding Giannis, getting into foul trouble every fucking game, bro. It makes no sense, bro. Especially when you don't have a big man behind him. Like the Suns coach. The Suns coach, man. That's that.
This man, the Suns coach.
Hey, you know what happened? Frank Kaminsky, the man wants that a string of Michael Jordan's top 10 picks being white players. You know what happens with what we call Frank Kaminsky being your backup center and getting critical minutes in finals games? It's nasty work.
Bro, I seen that nigga get a dunk. I'm like, why is he in the game, bro? He shouldn't even be.
Frank Kaminsky is one of the few, and I think I'm correct on this. His wingspan is smaller than his height.
Oh, that's a major red flag.
Well, when you're drafted by a man who drinks Hennessy all day,
But when you're drafted by Cheese Eyes, then yeah.
drafted by old Cheese Eyes, baby.
Drafted by Michael Jonas.
What you expect, baby? The same man that vetoed his team drafting Donovan Mitchell to take Malik Monk, who they're going to let walk in favor of the bummiest nigga on the team.
News update for y'all real quick. It's important information regarding Aaron Rodgers. Sports Illustrated reported that Usain Bolt said that Aaron Rodgers, please stay at Green Bay. We need you. My initial thought was like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean for Aaron Rodgers?
What?
And 2, is he gonna come play wide receiver for them or something?
He'd be better than Devin Funchess.
You would be.
Go play safety or something, nigga. Watch the passer, man. Give me some defense,
Nigga,
bro.
come help.
Joe, so the thing with me being on the Hornets narcotic is I don't ever expect them to be good. Like, this is purely for me to root for a team that is ass with no expectations. I had to get off the Bulls narcotic because I watched the Bulls winning titles growing up and then watch them fumble Derrick Rose and do stupid shit like draft Ron Mercer. I had to watch that shit. So that's why I root for the Hornets, because I know with old Cheese Eyes running the show, they're going to be trash. I just hate Devontae Graham.
I might be in the same boat as you as far as Carolina sports teams after a couple years. So we'll see what happens.
Like, I live in Charlotte. The tickets are cheap. I actually hate that we have LaMelo because now there's expectations. I like when we was ass and I could spend $27 to sit 10 rows up from the baseline against playoff teams. Now I don't like that I'm going to have to actually spend money to watch these niggas play because white people want to see Gordon Hayward, young MAGA himself, and LaMelo. God damn it. I like when them niggas are sorry. I just love shitting on Devontae Graham because that nigga trash. And if you ever see this Devontae Graham, you are trash.
That man gonna come find you.
Hey, please somebody pay this nigga $20 million a year on an offer sheet. I want you to get paid, just not here. Go get paid elsewhere. New York, call that nigga. Call him. I don't know if the nigga Pat. I won't. But, I wish that nigga the best on his way out.
If you helping him pack was the requirement to get him up out of here, you'd help him pack.
Oh, I'd help him pack 1,000%.
That nigga AJ pay for the movers.
Nah, I ain't paying for the movie. I ain't got that much money, goddammit. But I'll go get some boxes from you all, get some tape and a couple box cutters. You over there with markers, like, so what this is? These your shoes? Hey, where you want this, bro? Hey man, them some nice kicks, man. You sure you want it? You might need to do some pods. You know, pods and ship all the shit. All right. Anyway, that is it. Joe got booted off. He said his computer got fucked up. So yeah, man. Mickey Fax is whack. Yes. Devin Funchess is trash. Devontae Graham is trash. Did I miss anything? The Suns coach is trash.
Nas and Royce are over 40.
Yeah,
that's it. No punchline. They over 40.
Over 40. Yeah.
Mike Budenholzer should still lose his job. Just because he won the title shouldn't save him. He should still lose his job. And yeah, Texas is not back.
No, never will be.
Oh, also, we'll leave on a positive note. Hitman Holla retired from battle rap.
Is he gonna stay retired now?
Fuck that.
I don't know, but I'm gonna keep my hope alive. I hope he gone. Arsenal retired. He didn't stay gone. I was pissed, but
Arsenal done retired like 6 times though.
I'm Hitman. He gonna stay around, Chuck. He's gonna be. Hey, no, look on some real shit, Chuck. If you're familiar with Chris Unbiased, Hitman Holla got an Untold Truth. It's really fucking dope, bro. It's a little lengthy, so you might want to watch it in segments, but it explains his whole battle career. It was a good interview.
I'll check that out. I'll check that out. As long as you ain't asking me to watch him battle, bro, I'm cool.
Kyle said that when we were talking about Frank Kaminsky said he got the T-Rex arms from Toy Story. Hey, Mitch Kupchak, keep Michael Jordan out the draft process this year, man. Get that nigga some Hennessy and put him on the golf course with Charles Oakley and Ahmad Rashad. Just keep that nigga away.
Nasty work.
Hey, nasty work. And on that note, we out this motherfucker. See y'all next time. Unless I, for some reason, can't make it and Ronnie decides he doesn't want to record again.
Nah, we'll be back next week. Just let me know ahead of time if you can't record. So,
all right, 1.
all right.
2. You're not gonna say 2.